Do you want to talk about the Misfits event that you wanted to? Because that was a cool team.
So if you didn't see my previous video, I apologize. I apologize for the mic quality. It was horrible. You know, the event, it was crazy. I loved it. You know, I've seen so many people. Yeah, I got a shout out Hasim and Slim. You know, Hasim's been like messaging me, and you know, he supported me.
Put the text up just for proof, man. Just for proof. His haters don't believe it, bro. But you know what I mean.
Might have to pull it up on the phone real quick.
Literally, put it on his Instagram. I couldn't believe that shit, bro. I was like, what?
He no lie. I don't know if you can see it. If it focus, look at that, man.
Bro, it's mad.
That's Hasim. You know.
Yeah, he commented on the video that you posted, like. He went out of his way, man, to first of all talk to you, innit, and like, you know, and he's in training camp as well, you know what I mean?
And he follows me as well on Instagram. Let me pull that. Let me just flex real quick.
Literally, bro, it's sick.
Come on now. Oh focus. God, I've got to get this flexing real quick.
Literally.
Yeah, there you are. You can see yeah, gotta get that quick flex. But yeah, that. Like, that's just me when, like, you know when I said you can advertise yourself however you want? Yeah. Bro, like, it's not cringe to try contact someone famous. Yeah. Because, you know, at that event, you know, the way I met him, bro, it's all about confidence. I was like, yo, Hasim. And, you know, got a picture with him. Yeah, that's could get that up on the...
Yeah. You know what, bro? Flex the whole thing.
Bro, I got the Slim picture, everything. I'm you know,
and JMX as well.
And JMX. In my last video, it might seem like I was being a bit of an arsehole towards JMX, but you know, it's just
banter, bro. It's banter, bro.
It's banter. You know, don't worry about that. You know what I mean?
We're still novices at this whole thing, bro. We don't know exactly how the professionalism to
we don't even have that like platform to go against someone that big.
Yeah. But even if we wanted to,
like I was saying though, you can become. Like, you can be nothing and just become anything. Yeah. You just gotta put your mind to it, man.
Literally, bro, like, you can go from being home, well, maybe not if you like badly crack at home or something like that. That's a bit different, but like...
That's mad.
You get kicked out of your house, bro, you go and live with your mate. You can, in 5 years, you can change that whole thing and become the boss, man, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And probably, even 2 years, man, you work hard for a year and a half in a job while simultaneously working on a business that's scalable. You know what I mean? The potential is there, but yeah, obviously you talked about the whole Misfits thing. How was the event though? How was the whole thing, the experience and everything?
As a whole, it was crazy. It didn't. I'm surprised it didn't get sold out. It was worth it. Like, the next event, like, whoever's watching this, whoever's like interested in boxing, go to the next event. Like, you know, there may be people that can't box perfectly, but you know, it's good entertainment, and the whole night was just amazing.
Even the worst fighters are like, you're still laughing at them at least, you know what I mean?
You're getting fun out of it, you know. Yeah. You're getting your money's worth.
And it obviously, like, the fights themselves, I watched obviously the highlights on YouTube because I was fucking working nights, but you know, you got to go to the event. But the fights themselves, how were they? Because I know your opinions on it, but obviously,
so I'll do a quick run through, you know, for the people that haven't seen my last video.
Halal Ham DTG.
Halal Ham DTG. My original reaction was, you know, it was a robbery. Yeah. But when I got like deep into thought about it, I was like, you know what, Halal Ham he was more accurate basically, and he threw flurries of shots, whereas DTG, it was just swinging, like, you know, and he'd missed many of them. Most of them got blocked as well. Yeah. You know, it makes sense.
It was quite. Because he was quite a bit bigger than Halal Ham as well, wasn't he?
Yeah. So shout out to Salt Poppy as well for being in the corner, man. Bro, I saw him get in the ring. I was like, is that Salt Poppy? I was like, I just did my glasses, bro. I was like, what?
Yeah, that's mad.
It was crazy, yeah.
So obviously the next one after that, obviously you thought it was a robbery as well, but it was relatively either way. You could go.
You could go either way.
But the next one obviously was Anthony Taylor and
Ash. Yeah.
That was mad.
It was crazy. You know, I saw Ash and I was like, I never knew anything about Ash prior to this, by the way. Yeah. But I just saw him as like this big guy, you know, built, shredded,
in shape as well.
In shape. After the event, he came up to it, like, because they were like a group of fans. And he came up to us, and brother, he was shirtless in the freezing cold. And he just started dancing, like, bro hit emotes, bro hit emotes in front of us. But yeah, you know, to say he survived that after getting knocked down in the first 3 seconds.
And it was a fucking good punch and all, bro.
And I'm gonna say this again: we need to see Anthony Taylor use that peekaboo style against a higher level opponent.
Yeah, for sure, man. I'd love to see him against him and Gibbs is a good fight, you know.
Him and Gibbs, ooh, the weight might be a bit different though.
What does Anthony Taylor fight at?
I don't know, but he does seem a lot heavier than Gibbs is.
Oh, I mean, yeah, true.
Like,
true.
You know, he is like proper stocky. Like, Gibbs stocky, but he's not that big.
Yeah, he's just got. He's got what he needs, isn't it? You know
he's got what he needs,
and he's also a small guy. But
you know, some interesting fights. You know,
because like when Ash got a hit, bro, and he got up. That's what happens when you know like. That's how you see somebody, and you know. They've never been like in this environment before, bro. Because he got up and he's like, "What the fuck?" He was
shocked, man.
And like that's the reaction of somebody who's like, "This shit has never happened to me before." And yeah, bro. After that punch, you know that fight was it was only going to go one way.
Yeah, it like Ash because he was just so muscly.
Yeah,
and he probably worked on his cardio, but not enough. He gassed out like
yeah, bro.
Second, third round.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Boxing is not. It's not about how big muscles you have. It's about how
you can use your hands, man.
Exactly.
Your body,
and how long you can use them for. That's it. What fight was after that one then? That was it. Was it the Cal fight?
Yeah, I forget the names, man.
Astra Brett and Keeley. I don't know that because your brother's talking over.
All right. Yeah.
You have a different opinion on it than I do, so I'll let you go first. Innit?
Honestly, you know, seeing how they threw punches and seeing how the whole thing went, that was terrible. It was terrible. Yeah. Like you had one girl like looking away, like just bro. She focused more on looking at the audience than she did looking at her opponent. You know what I mean? Bro. She was like trying to see if there was like someone throwing a gun or something that she could use or something like.
Because obviously you have your opinion on the fight and you think it's a bit shit.
Yeah.
But to be honest, in terms of like the girl fights that have happened, I feel like it wasn't the worst one. And I feel like the other girl, Astrid, she has some decent hands.
Decent,
you know what I mean?
You know, for what we've seen in women's boxing, like influencer boxing.
Yeah.
I'm not saying all women boxers are bad. Like you have great women boxers.
Exactly. We'll move on to that in a bit. Yeah, we're going to cover that in a future segment. But that fight, it was entertaining. I enjoyed watching it.
It was entertaining, yeah. But
I don't want to say like I enjoyed the other girl like getting beat up because I did feel bad for her because she was just like she didn't deserve to be in there. But it was entertaining to watch.
Yeah,
just to get her ass beat. Like it's that primal thing, bro. You're like you want to see violence and it kind of happened in it. So
yeah.
What was after that? Was that
JMX and Ginty? That like I said, man, in my did I say in my I think I did. Yeah. Previous video, I said I expected more.
Yeah.
Like I said, JMX is a destroyer. He's a big man, like a large man.
6'5", 6'6". Do you know what I mean? He's just and you look at him as well. He looks the part of an athlete.
He does,
and he is mostly the part of an athlete. But I felt like the kid he was fighting, like you can usually tell, like looking at someone's physique if they are a beginner, how strong they actually are.
Yeah.
This kid, bro, he did not look the part whatsoever. Even when he fought,
I think he's had 1 or 2 fights before this. It was terrible. It was terrible. Like, I'm not like again, no hate to anyone. Like these are just opinions. If you take it in a wrong way, then
that's your problem.
You're a wet wipe. End of the day.
Snowflake, bro.
Literally. But yeah, I just expected more from JMX. Like, I expect him to finish it in the first round, but after that, it was off balance. It was a knockdown.
Yeah.
The punch caused, for him to be on the ground. It was a knockdown, but I understand that he was off balance. I've seen it. Everyone's seen it.
He weren't hurt. He didn't get up and he's leg shaking. He got up and he was like, "Bro, I'm embarrassed." That's what he was.
I think he was pissed off because bro, seeing him there, he was just like, "No, let me get this guy." Straight after that, he was swinging.
And like, it wasn't a bad performance by any means. You know what I mean? It's just
it wasn't. It wasn't
average.
Bad. It was just average. Yeah.
To
say it's JMX.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like to say he's 6'5", he's people talking about him fighting Logan Paul.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? It was an average day in the office for somebody, you know, of his caliber. And obviously you got to flex a photo and all, you know what I mean? Yeah. So what was the fight after that one? Was it Slim?
Slim, my favourite.
Yeah, yeah.
My favourite.
God.
I recognise me, Slim.
Nah. Slim's watching this, bro.
So, you know, Slim's such a cool guy. Like, you know, I had a bit of a laugh with him when I saw him. You know, it's just sick, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, domination with that £20 difference.
I know. You know what? And the thing is as well, like he must have had like quite a few mind games going on.
Yeah.
You know, obviously he got jumped and that. Obviously he was more than man then, but you know, like to overcome that and be like, you know what? I don't even give a fuck, bro. Yeah. I'm gonna taunt you at the press conferences and I'm gonna beat your ass. That's literally the mindset he had, which I give him credit for.
I was gonna make a separate video about this, but you know what? May as well talk about, you know, Slim the Hitman.
Yeah, literally, bro.
Like, so what I'm gonna say is some interesting fights next. Let's just talk about his record, man.
Yeah.
5 wins now.
Yeah.
4 KOs. The only guy he didn't knock out was the guy that was 20 pounds heavier than him.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and he still managed to knock him down, probably break his nose. Like, his whole face was messed up.
Literally, bro.
Like, it was absolutely destroyed. And, you know, he is literally a hitman.
Yeah. For
his size, his build, it's unreal. Like, I've said this to Jordan. He's the Wilder of influencer boxing. And I'm sticking by that. Like, that phantom power, man, is...
Bro, he has got it, man. And that's, you know, the weird thing is, like, obviously, no disrespect to Slim, but, like, you look at him, and he looks, like, soft, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But you see him fight, bro, and he has everything that you need as an influencer boxer or, like, an amateur boxer. He's got an awkward style. You know, if he hits you, bro, you feel it. And if he hits you clean, you know, you don't even know about it because you've been knocked out or you've been knocked down. You know what I mean? And like you look at him, like his arms are probably like my wrist, bro.
Your wrist, yeah.
But he has got some. He must have some mad bone density, bro. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean? He's just got that power to knock, and like anybody he can. And he's not even like a small guy. He's even 6 foot.
6 foot, but it's them long arms, man.
Literally.
The swing he can get on them, bro. Like you can see he's good at boxing as well. Like the punch that he knocked Ryan Taylor down with. Yeah. He slipped to the left and came over with that boom.
It was so clean.
It was beautiful.
And you know, for like somebody who has long arms like that, it's actually quite hard to do. Like for me, as like somebody who's 5'9", my arms are quite short. When we're sparring, an overhand right is easy to land because I ain't got much distance to go from here to here.
Yeah.
When you got long arms, you have to curl that shit around, and you have to position yourself perfectly to get to like punch somebody like that. And bro, it was a clean punch. Like, you know what? If it was like an inch or two more, you know, because obviously it sort of landed on the side of his head, didn't it? If it was like an inch or two more, you know, to the left.
I think that punch landed like on his nose.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you know how crazy that is, though? Wow. He knocked him down, and it was a punch to the nose, not even like the chin where you like.
Yeah.
Bro,
it was higher in the head than where you would usually get, you know.
And you know what's crazy as well? He can fight backwards.
Yeah.
He landed one of the biggest shots as well after that one, while he was fighting backwards. Yeah. I think it was another right hand. That thing just slapped. Like, bam! Oh literally, my God.
Yeah.
Well, let me talk about JMX's like punch that began the combo that knocked finished Ginty. You could hear that punch throughout the whole arena.
Bro.
It was.
You can hear it on camera, bro. Whenever he's screaming as well. That's the thing.
Like, you know, I've never heard that, and I've been to pro events, amateur events. I've just never heard that power. You know,
because the thing is as well, you know, if like, because obviously JMX he's a big guy in it. You know what I mean? He's 6'5". You know, if he learned to box like that, you know how much successful he'd be because he just tried to fight a little bit. And I feel like when you got arms that are that long, especially if you're fighting people who are smaller than you are, if he learned to fight like he should be fighting, like he's long, but he's also powerful as well. You know? I feel like he's similar to AJ in a way where he doesn't really know
what to do with himself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But so obviously Slim's fight was sick.
I think that was the best on the card.
Probably, to be honest, bro.
No doubt, that was fight of the night.
So obviously the next opponents for Slim, who would you say potential?
Oh yeah,
would
but
be?
I was about to forget about that.
Yeah.
You know, I've already said Kenny.
Yeah.
Kenny will be
fight.
a great fight.
Yeah.
Built similar. Jordan believes he's got that boxing knowledge.
Yeah.
I kind of doubt Kenny because of you know, he's only 2 fights.
Yeah.
Like, he has a loss and a win, and even the win can be seen as a loss.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, again, it was against FaZe Sensei, so that's an achievement in itself. That's like
that's like the whole fight, bro.
It's like Deju fighting Mayweather. Like Sensei is the Mayweather of influencer boxing.
Do you know what? You know, and even it's weird though because he's only had 1 fight as well. That's how good he is. That's how, like when you see him spar people, like you see him spar Vidal, who you look at Vidal, bro, potential to be a cruiserweight world champion.
Honestly,
depending on how disciplined he stays, probably one of the all greatest in cruiserweight.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean, in terms of his skill set, like you watch him box, bro. Like obviously we're going off topic for an bit, thing, but you know we've got to talk about Vidal while we're on the topic. You look at him box, he has got some of the most crisp movement, crisp angle you've ever seen. That last fight where he steps to the right, comes round and knocks a guy out with a left hook, bro. That's like stuff you see from Lomachenko.
Literally,
you know
and the guy's like almost twice the size of Lomachenko.
Yeah, probably bigger. Lomachenko's what, 5'6". He's 6'1". Like walks around probably about 200 pounds. You know what I mean? So obviously we talked about Slim's next opponents, but let's talk about the main event.
The main event, Jay and Churdley. It was interesting. You know, obviously Jay were gonna win. While I was at the event, like they had intervals where they just show like the fighters getting warmed up.
Oh, okay,
and I saw Churdley's on the pads. You know, nothing shocking, nothing scary. Like already said, Jay just it was a matter of when is Jay gonna knock him out, not if.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening with the lighting there, but you know.
Oh, that's cool. You know, his knockout of Churdley's reminds me. Obviously, it wasn't as great a fashion. It took a bit longer, but it reminds me of Salt Poppy's knockout, where he hit him once, and then he didn't know where he were.
Yeah,
he hit him once, and he come back, and this is how you know he's matured as a fighter. Because when he fought Gribby, he was throwing wild punches. He went 1-2. He watched him 1-2, 1-2, and then that were it, bro. The fight were over, and then he just there on the floor like. That's how you know he's mature.
It was unreal.
That's how good he was, because otherwise he would have gone in like less experience and less. He would have gone in, oh shit, he's hurting, and gone swinging for it. But he took his time. He stuck back at him and did the same thing that you know secured that knockout in the first place.
Yeah, thinking about it, I think an interesting fight would be Jay and Salt Poppy.
True.
That would be interesting.
I didn't think of that one.
I didn't think about that, and you know, I think Salt Poppy has the best boxing we've seen in influencer boxing. Like, he is the master of angles. He is the Lomachenko of influencer boxing. Like, no doubt about it. You know, he's
he
next
does show a
level.
better skill set than most boxers.
For
his second fight, man.
He could fight a pro boxer now. I was gonna make a video on Slim, and I was saying, you know, I think Slim's almost ready for a pro boxer, but I'm saying Salt Poppy is now ready for a pro, like a pro worthy of being called a pro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not some Pineda.
And I feel like if he had a good you know, 2 or 3 months training camp, like minimum. Obviously, he's got probably lose weight, a little bit of weight, but when he gets down and he gets into his physique, bro, and like
it's unreal. Like, he's already looking good now.
Exactly, compared to what he was when he went the first fight. You look at him now and you're like, what? You know, you give him. Obviously, he's had time to train now as well. Since the KSI card, you know what I mean. Like by the time he comes around, bro, he's probably going to be ready for the guys like Jay. You know what I mean?
I hope he fights on the January card. You know.
Me too.
I want to see him. I want to see him in action.
He's just. I think in terms of influencer boxing and the skill set that he have, he's definitely up there in terms of the best, bro. In terms of his what he knows about the ring, you know, ring generalship. Like you see him in the fight. He hits him, he gets him where he wants to be in the corner. He's like, okay. Boom. And then he shows patience, comes again, boom, and the fight's over, bro. But
it's crazy how similar that like Jay's and Salt Poppy's knockout were.
Yeah, it's weird, bro. It's
like both opponents.
Same corner as well, bro. It was like...
Yeah, both opponents out like on their feet, basically. It was...
Yeah, man. So, next topic we're going to cover, obviously, is... You are?
Behind you. On the chair. On the chair. Your chair.
My chair? Oh, this.
Yeah.
There you go.
What?
Don't get ice cream on it.
Bitch.
Bro.
You can use that as a cushion if you want. Whatever you... Was it little one? If you want, you can use them. Yeah, yeah.
I'll just put it behind.
On your back, yeah.
Yeah, man. Respect.
No problem.
Yeah, well, that's alright. Well, it's like 43 minutes anyway, so edit that.
Yeah, no, we can find it easy. Like I'm just gonna skim through and probably, you know, like I can make proper videos out of segments of this.
Yeah.
But like if I'm wanting to do it full,
Yeah.
I can just cut out the big bits.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, we've got like probably like 6-7 videos a minimum out of this. You know what I mean? So it's not a bit about.
Well, I'd say we got like, I'd say 3. One being a big one, you know, the boxing one, or we could split the separate boxing things.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we got the whole podcast thing to post anyway. So
Yeah.
if we post that
and then make the videos,
like
of course.
We talk like the clips on it. But so obviously we'll get back into character.
Back into character.
Yeah. So the next topic we have is, you know, the recent boxing that's gone on. And the one I want to talk about most is Haney and Kambosos, obviously. Have you seen the fight yet, or the highlights?
I've seen the highlights. I haven't seen the fight, but, you know, didn't he take his O?
Bro, I seen a comment saying he went to his backyard and took his lunch money twice, bro. Because he literally went there. And, like, I've not always been a fan of Haney. Because obviously I watched Ryan Garcia on social media and you get programmed by it. You know, I watched both of them and what they've achieved, and they've relatively been pro, you know, in terms of the same amount of time.
Yeah.
Bro, Haney's gone on now to be the undisputed champion. Ryan's a social media boxer.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Ryan's he's not what he says he is. He's calling out Tank and all of that, but he just isn't it.
Not at the moment. And the thing is, if you were disciplined, I know obviously he says his mental health stuff, but like, you know, like the anxiety and stuff that you have, like I feel like after, like, he's had a couple hundred amateur fights, you know, 20 pro fights. I feel like being able to push through that is not something that you should be struggling with, you know what I mean, when he's done it for so long. It's not like he's gone into a new thing, and like, it's not like we've took a 14-year-old brother into boxing and they've gone, right, fight.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
I mean? He's had, what, nearly 300 fights in his life, and he's anxious about a fight. That's not how anxiety works. I mean, not to that extent. It might be nerves. That's how nerves work. That's how anticipation works. But anxiety, that's like dwelling on things that are going to happen. That only shows to me that he's unconfident in what he can actually do. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if you're anxious about fighting, it's because you know either you're going to get knocked out or you're anxious of what could happen to yourself. And I feel like that's the difference between them two. Haney he's proved himself as a fighter now.
Yeah.
He's just gone and beat Kambosos like it's nothing, man. He made it look easy, bro. He boxed his head off like Kambosos was an amateur. It's like us going and sparring with our brothers and actually trying against them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not right.
They're never gonna beat us.
No.
You know what I mean? Whether or not like the skill set's similar, he went in there and went, you know what? I'm gonna embarrass him. That's what he did, and he did it twice in his own backyard.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
And obviously Wilder, you know,
like I'm still like shocked.
Yeah.
On how he knocked him out with just such a short punch.
I know.
And it was like, it didn't even look hard. It looked like he just went boom.
Yeah. It was like one of them little punches that you hit your brother with when he's annoying.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And then he just slept him, bro.
Like, bro really did fold like an omelette.
Literally. He folded like an omelette, bro, because he got scrambled for like one, bro. He literally got his whole brain got scrambled from that little punch. And like the thing, I'm not always like, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I've been a Wilder fan or anything like that. I've actually like not hated him, but I've disliked him, you know, for a while.
I've kind of been the same, you know.
He isn't like a likable character, is he?
I wouldn't say that, and you know, like
the excuses and the weird.
Yeah.
All the
Fair enough.
I've not always been a fan of him, but he's grown on me recently, just because, you know, he took that Fury, like that 30th L, you know, on his shield, you know, regardless of whether or not people say his trainer should have thrown the towel in, etc. He went out like a true warrior, man.
Like, bro, it was war.
It literally was, and you know, to put up a fight against somebody who's putting that much pressure on you, you know, I respect it as
and like it's not just anyone as well. It's Tyson Fury.
Yeah, exactly. Just look what he did to White, man. You know what I mean? And he went in there and he got battered worse than White. Like White just got knocked out. Wilder got in there, he got battered and then knocked out. So I give him respect as like a boxer and a man. You know, I didn't respect him as a man because of the excuses he made, but you know, he's definitely evolved, I'd say, and he's grown more likable now. He's not as cocky and you know what I mean.
Yeah. I think the only thing I kind of had against him was, you know, the guy doesn't have perfect form, and he got all of his wins from like, you know, that one cross. Yeah. And I like, as much as it was entertaining seeing all them knockouts, which I loved it. Yeah. But you know, I was just
searching for more.
I want to see like, can he like change angles? Can he do this? Can he do that? Like, can he box? Not just fight. That's basically all I had against it. There was no hate. It was just like, I do want to see more than just that power, and you know, it was kind of sloppy movement and everything.
Yeah, I mean, like he did. You can see similar. That's right, like some improvements when he fought last time. Nothing too drastic where you're like, oh wow, he's gone away and he's just absolutely come back like a whole different boxer. But you know, he started using his jab a bit more, and then what happened is he jabbed, stepped back, and hit with a right hand, and then just knocked him out, bro. Like, I've come to the realization that Wilder's not going to be a Fury. He's not going to be an Usyk. You know, you just got to enjoy what's happening.
What he can offer.
Exactly, and what he can offer is devastating knockouts. And what do you want to see in boxing? Devastating knockouts.
So that's what makes highlight reels.
Literally, I mean, and he's got one of the best highlight reels of all time. Whether or not half of them against bums or not, bro, they're still
brilliant knockouts.
They're still big giant men.
Exactly.
It's not like he's going in there. Like it's not like he's 6'7" and going in there with somebody who's our size. You know what I mean? Who's 6'1" or 5'9", and then going, you know what? You're a kid. He's going in there with guys who are similar size to him and just absolutely flattening him. And you know, I feel like he's definitely maybe not. I feel like he's top 5 heavyweights only because his power.
Maybe,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You take. I think White's out of there in terms of top 5 now.
Yeah, you know, he's past his time, I think.
Yeah.
Or he's like slowly getting past his time. Like, he's not as good as he was.
Like that run he was on when he was just beating everybody when he beat Chisora.
That was amazing.
I feel like he didn't train for
he's
that.
He's not the same guy.
No, he isn't, no. And after that Povetkin knockout, I'm not surprised because he fucking flattened him. But yeah, so obviously next up on the boxing list, we have Plants KO. Obviously, I've shown you it. You know, the whole thing behind it. It says you never beat a white boy. You never get beat by a white boy, etc. And then goes in there and just absolutely starches him, bro.
He tried that Mike Tyson thing, you know.
Yeah.
And it's karma. When you bring race into stuff, it's weird anyway. I don't know why people do that. You know,
same here, bro.
Like if I become a pro boxer and I'm fighting, you know, someone different race as me, I'm not gonna be like, oh, you can't beat me because of this and that. Like, you know, everyone is human. You know, everyone has that equal chance to beat someone. And,
exactly, man.
You know, just because you're a different colour does not mean anything.
Like, everyone makes a joke about, like, black people being superior athletes or, you know, better runners or whatever. But, you know, you look at some of the best athletes in the world, they're not all black, bro. They're not all white.
No.
Everybody. The best boxer in the world isn't even black or white, bro. He's Mexican. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's Canelo. You know, best boxer of all time, probably male, right? He might be black. And then you put him against somebody like Joe Calzaghe, who's 46-0. You know what I mean? It's like the comparables don't start to, you know, the arguments start to fizzle down. Yeah. And stupid shit like, I'll never get beat by a white boy. You know what I mean? I feel like if it was the other way, I'd never get beat by a black boy, bro.
It would be all over. It would be all over.
And like, I'm someone who's, you know, mixed race. I'm half black, and I've had racism and stuff like that, bro. Like, I've no type of people who are like, oh yeah, only white people can be racist. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't make sense. Race is not like,
it's not a selective thing.
Exactly. It's like
racism is racism. Full stop.
You know what I mean?
You know, like there's no point in, like, me and Jordan are virtually the same people, live the same lives. And
one of us is just different colour.
Just a different colour, different size. That's it.
You know what I mean? And nothing else. It doesn't make a difference to our potential success or anything else, bro. You know
exactly.
What I mean? Like, you might be taller and we might have different complexions, but you know, the thing that's made us bond is not our skin colour or the fact that you're taller, man.
It's just the interest, you know, the personality.
Exactly, man.
You know, sense of humour. It's all similar. Like, you know, I think people need to learn this, that just because someone's a different color does not mean you cannot get along with them.
Yeah.
Like I assure you, whether you're black or white, you will, like, if you're a racist person who is black or white, you will find someone that you don't know, but they would be like great friends towards you, and you know you'd love them back like they love you, kind of thing.
Yeah, I feel like these people who have this attitude that, like, people say that people are drawn to people who look like them. You know what I mean? Like, in theory, it makes sense, but like when you go out, like my mates are all different, you know, nationalities. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
like Kurdistan,
You're
Arab. I'm Albanian.
You know what I mean? Exactly. Bro, you look white, but you're actually not white anyway. So these people who are gonna be like, oh yeah, but you know, like it does. These arguments don't make sense in the modern day.
Like, you know, although my skin complexion is white, you know, I'm still of a different ethnicity to people that live in here. And as soon as people hear my name, Hamza, you know, they don't understand. Like, I've had so many people just be like, what, or just laugh about it, think I'm bullshitting.
Yeah, I know.
You know, it's a crazy world we live in. Like,
it's just,
you know.
Yeah. Well, I think obviously we should probably keep the positivity up a little bit. You know?
Yeah. No.
But I think it's worth definitely talking about the women's boxing and how it's improved recently. Because I'm not one of these people who was like, you know, madly into football. But you know, the women's football, I can appreciate what's happened. And
yeah, you can like, you know, the only argument I don't like is that women are better than men just because they what was it, like a World Cup or something, Women's World Cup or something. Yeah. Because they won that or something. And you know that argument doesn't stand because, you know, there are different abilities, the people they faced and the people who they are. That's why there's like a women and men's league.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not saying like there's a superior gender, but
you know what I mean? I felt
that's just,
you know, and the thing is, I feel like there's something that's different about women's boxing that's different to women's football. Is that like the people who say that these women should be paid as equal as men are the actual ones that are going to the fights and supporting. Yeah. Like the presenters or the other boxers, the male professional boxers who say that women should be paid more are actually going to the fights and paying them more. Do you know what I mean? Whereas these people who are online going, women should be paid more. Are they going out to the football events? Are they going to watch them? Are they going to sit there for 90 minutes? No, they're not.
They're not doing a single thing. And plus, they also have to understand that, you know, pay is not just from the promoters; it's from sponsorships. Like, exactly. it's the number of viewers you get, and you know, if whether there's someone interested in sponsoring it. Yeah. You know, it's not all, you know, whether you're a male or female.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
There's more to it. Like, you know, people will put that in the gender wage gap, but you know.
And I feel like the thing that separates women's and football boxing is like the positive energy around like women's boxing, because like, you know, when you watch these like Clarissa Shields and Savannah Marshall, for example, that I really enjoyed that fight, bro. There aren't many like male boxing fights that I sit there and watch the whole fight through in one go, but that fight, it really got me interested because you had, you know, Savannah Marshall, she's a big girl. She's a lot bigger than Clarissa Shields was. Yeah. You know, she comes in, she holds a power advantage, you know, the size, reach, etc. But you see Clarissa Shields and her skill level, you know, she stands there in the pocket, trades, defends, and you know, and boxes. She does everything, man. Yeah, there's a reason why she's the GOAT, because she's sick, bro. She's literally, in terms of boxing ability, I haven't seen many boxers like her, bro.
I don't want to. I don't want to call you out on that, but you said GOAT.
Yeah, greatest woman of all time. She is though.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you just messed up GOAT, bro.
No. No, she's the GOAT, innit? The greatest woman of all time, and her and Katie Taylor I put into that category. But when you watch her fight, bro, she's got skills. She's got skills better than some boys, bro.
Honestly.
You know what I mean? Well, some men, I say.
Men, yeah.
You know what I mean? But like you look at like the excitability and the markability of some of these male boxers. Nowhere near as good as her, bro. Like, whether or not she's a woman or not, her ability to fight is up there with the best. You know what I mean? She gets hit clean and she carries on fighting like she's not been hit. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think women's boxing is definitely improved.
It's rising. It's definitely rising.
And I'm glad to see it as well, because
you know, boxing in any way is.
Yeah. And the fight that was on the undercard, Michaela Mayer and Alicia Baumgarten, I'm not sure if you've seen it.
I don't think I've seen that, no.
Well, that was a good fight as well. The whole build up for that was crazy, you know, the beef and stuff. I watched because I did really want to see this event in it, so that's why I've done it. But like them two, like Alicia Baumgarten, she's like one of the most athletic like people I've ever seen, bro. She looks a proper athlete, you know. From round 1 till round 10, they were fighting. She's non-stop, you know.
Jeez.
You know, she's proper in shape. And the other girl, Michaela Mayer, she's a really good boxer. Like, she's the typical tall opponent, but she's, in terms of what she can do in the ring, she very, very much, you know, she very much is the part of, you know, a female boxer, bro. She embodies the whole thing. But yeah.